Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about exercise. Now, we all know that we should exercise. The problem is that there's a big difference between knowing something is good for you and actually doing it. It's something that most of us do, and something I've done for the majority of my life. Sure, there's been times when I've exercised consecutively for a few weeks, even a few months at a time, but then after a while I would start to lose motivation and start missing days, weeks, and eventually it would just lead to me not doing it anymore. Well, flip that around and it's a completely different story these days. I now exercise every single day. In fact, I would say that exercise has now become as natural as cleaning my teeth. Now, I don't say any of this to make myself seem better than people or look at me, I exercise every day. No, I'm saying this because I want to show you guys that I was once the person who knew all the benefits of exercise but never stuck to it. But now I've been able to become someone who does actually exercise every day. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how I was able to do it and how you can do it too. So let's get into it. So before we go on to how to do it, let's just quickly go over some of the benefits of exercise. Now I know some of you are sitting there thinking, oh, I already know the benefits of exercise. I don't need someone to tell me them again. I just want to know these tips and get on with it. Well, yeah, you probably do know some of the main benefits of exercise, but there's so much more evidence coming out every day of the fact that exercise has so many more benefits than just your typical ones that you hear. And to be honest, there's really no point doing something if you don't know why you're doing it. I find that whenever I want to integrate something into my life, I go out there and learn and study as much as I can about it so that I understand the evidence behind it and fully understand the benefits, which once I know these things helps motivate me to actually want to integrate it into my life. So first, let's get on to the obvious benefits, the physical ones. So right off the bat, the most obvious benefit is that exercise helps to make us fitter. Regular exercise improves strength, flexibility, muscle tone, cardiovascular fitness, and also helps us to lose and maintain weight. The second benefit is that regular physical exercise has actually been shown to prevent, manage, and even reduce the severity of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and autoimmune diseases. And then the third physical benefit is that exercise helps to improve our energy levels. Now I know the last thing you probably ever want to do when you're stuffed is go outside and go for a run. But according to research, that's exactly what you should do. Studies have shown that the more exercise you do, the more energy you actually have. In fact, it's been shown that regular exercise can reduce fatigue by a whopping 65%. Okay, so by now, if it wasn't already obvious that exercise has incredible physical benefits for the body, then it should be by now. But did you know that exercise also has incredible benefits for the brain? You see, when you exercise, you actually release a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF for short. It's been shown to enhance mental capabilities such as concentration, focus. It's also been shown to have profound effects on anxiety and depression. It's been shown that exercise has a powerful impact on our mood through the releasing of endorphins into the body. It's also been shown that exercise helps to break down cortisol in the body, which is a stress hormone, and has even been shown to improve sleep quality. So as you can see, exercise has so many benefits, especially when done regularly. And hopefully hearing these benefits has motivated you to actually want to start making exercise a daily habit. So now let's get on to the 4 tips of how to make exercise a habit. So tip number 1 is to do it first thing in the morning. Why? Well, how many times have you started your day with good intentions and you say to yourself, yep, at the end of today, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go for a run, I'm gonna go to gym, I'm gonna exercise, gonna do whatever. But then you get through your working day, you get to the end of the day, and what happens to that motivation for exercise? Sadly, this is something that we all do. No doubt, life can be busy, but we shouldn't use this as an excuse not to exercise. Instead of trying to find time to exercise, what we should instead focus on is making time to exercise by doing it first thing in the morning. And when you start off your day with exercise, you'll find that it'll just have a massive effect on your entire day. I've found, myself at least, that when I exercise in the morning, it helps me to concentrate better, focus better, be more productive, and really just give me more energy to start off my day. Now, I hear some of you saying, I don't have enough time in the morning to go out and exercise. Well, the way to combat this is to start getting up a little bit earlier so that you can dedicate some time to going out there and exercising. I get up at 6:30 every morning, and this gives me plenty of time to go outside and go for a run and get some exercise in the morning. Now, I know a lot of people have trouble with waking up earlier. I know I certainly did for a long time, which is why I'm going to create a video on how to actually start waking up earlier. But for now, just try and focus on maybe waking up half an hour or an hour earlier and use it to go outside and exercise. You will be very grateful that you did. Okay, so tip number 2 is to have your runners at the end of your bed ready the night before. Now, I can't remember where I actually picked up this tip, but I would say that it's been instrumental in me making exercise a habit. Because you see, what I do every night is I make sure that my runners are laid out at the end of my bed, ready for the next morning. Because what this does is it means that when I wake up, number 1, it gives me motivation to actually exercise because I see the runners there. But number 2, it limits as much as possible the excuses that I can make up to not want to exercise. Once the runners are there, all I have to do is put them on and head out the door. Okay, so tip number 3 is just put your runners on and just do it. I know, stole that straight from Nike, but it's true. Really, the only way you're gonna start making exercise a habit and start exercising daily is to just do it. But you see, it's been shown that the main reason that people don't exercise is because they can't push that past that initial resistance to wanting to exercise. And really, the only way I've found to get through this is to just put your runners on, push past it, and get out the door. Now, I hear some people say that they don't do exercise because it's boring. Well, a way to combat this is to listen to some music while you exercise. So what I do is I have myself an exercise playlist, and I listen to that when I'm doing my exercise in the morning. So maybe that's an idea for you. Okay, so tip number 4, our final tip, is to exercise at the same time every morning. Now, I think this is probably one of the most important of the 4 tips, because one of the main reasons that so many of us choose not to exercise is because we allow other things to come up in our lives, to crop up, that then make us put off exercise for tomorrow, the next day, and then we end up not exercising. By having a specific time, it will actually help to eventually form it into a habit, and that's when it'll move into being effortless and easy and will become as natural as cleaning your teeth. It's what happened to me, and I promise it's what will happen to you if you just keep sticking at it and apply some of these tips that I've given you here today. Okay guys, well, there you have it. There are my 4 tips on how you can start to make exercise a habit and start reaping its incredible benefits. If you like some of the tips in this video, then please give it a big thumbs up and maybe even share it with others who you think might be interested. And if you think it would be worth it, then please consider subscribing. There is a famous quote that goes, "Win the morning, win the day." And I can certainly say that if you start off your day with exercise, you've won the morning. And once you win the morning, you win the day. Well, I'm off for now, guys. As always, remember, learn, grow, and inspire. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.